This is Jimi Hendrix, and this is episode 21. Watered Down Truth on LDS Hastings. Folks, I'm here to tell you that the truth is not for sale. The truth is not for sale. It has been restored. It is not for sale. So I want you to come here to my Writer's Man Cave and hear what I have to say. Welcome to the party. Get your beverage, a soda, or for those of you who are more strict to the word of wisdom, some water or juice. Sit down. I want to talk to you guys, okay? I'm sitting here in my Writer's Man Cave, and I'll tell you something. If it was an ideal man cave, I'll tell you what I'd have. I'd have a laptop computer with keyboard, with better podcasting abilities. I would also have a musical keyboard. Yeah, that way I could write I could compose some hymns. I could also do some compositions based on some contemporary Christian music in my decade of the 90s. Yeah, I know, I'm dating myself. Forgive me, okay? Now, I need to speak with some of mine. Growing up as an old Baptist boy in the 80s, the truth was the truth. Heaven was heaven. Hell was hell. And Jesus' words was what you needed to live the Christian life. And that was known among preacher and lay person alike. But in most of the Christian denominations by the 1990s was the birth of the megachurch movement. And please don't misunderstand me, okay? LDS Hastings is not to mock any persons of any denominations, okay? I do not endorse stuff like that. That is contention. That is the devil's background. I'm only here to speak the truth throughout my podcast, whether it's LDS Hastings, Empower Your Pattern, variety of places. And so, with that, I want you to know that as I went through the 1990s, going to a Methodist, a Baptist megachurch in college, I don't get me wrong, I enjoyed it at first, with it being kind of watered down, because I felt like, back then, ministers in the 1990s wanted things to be relevant. But then things changed when I moved to Arlington, Texas. Went to a little Baptist church named Rehoboth Baptist Church. And Pastor Walter Sanders, he taught it the way I remember growing up. Heaven is heaven. Hell is hell. Jesus' words is what you need in order to live the Christian life. Well, I'm going to tell you something. I was married at the time, and I was eating that stuff up. And my ex-wife was like, Jenny, I can't stand this. I can't stand this. I liked it better with the church that we had back in college. But that's people's choice as to whether or not to have watered down truth. Me personally, I'm just going to preach it here. Just the plain truth, okay? Just the plain truth. As time passed, in 1999, I moved back to Odessa, Texas, Went to another Methodist church, a Baptist mega church with my friend Brad. And it seems like a lot of pastors are depending people to take their word for it on the scriptures based on their knowledge. Okay? But I want to go into what Joseph Smith said. Joseph Smith says, I teach them correct principles and they govern themselves. They feed themselves. See, if I depended upon the church to feed me spiritually all the time, I would be starving. So I feed myself. I feed myself spiritually. Now, maybe not always like I should, okay? I admit I have my faults, I have my flaws, I have my foibles, and I have my faux pas. But one thing I do know is that after 1999 and 2000, I refused to accept watered down truth. I went to another Baptist church in 2000 with Pastor Weeks DeBose. Same teaching. Heaven's heaven, hell's hell. Jesus' words are what we need to live the Christian life. And he preached scriptural baptism. That's ultimately what led me to join the church. Okay? So we're dropping in on this, and I'm just telling you right now. Thank you for subscribing. I'm amazed at how much downloads we've had in such short a time with 20 episodes. So I want you guys to know, God bless you. I hope you enjoyed listening to Elias Hasten. If you like what you hear, please subscribe and become a part of the Elias Hasten community. Leave a comment on Spreaker or YouTube. This is Jimi Hendrix saying until next time, remember who you are, read your scriptures, and preach the gospel.